So today we're going to be making this kind of low poly sword, kind of simple. It only takes like 15 minutes or so to make. And we're also, if you want to, you can add these cool materials and shaders to make have like a little glow on it on the inside of this blade. And yeah, it's like really simple. If you just want to like keep doing Blender stuff, you can customize everything in it. Like, don't worry about that. And I think that's it. So I'm like, let's just get to it. So don't mind my screensaver. Let's open Blender. And we're just gonna do general. And all right, so let's get started. So first, like good habits and whatever, select everything, delete, Shift A. We're gonna add a cube. So the first thing I want to make is a handle. So I'm gonna scale it up on the, or oh, scale it up on the x-axis. Move it to the side on the x-axis. I think I'll scale it up a bit more. There. Move it, move it a bit more, and here we go. Next thing I'm gonna do, dive into edit mode. I'm gonna use Control R for loop cut. Make 4 here. Click to place them in the same spot that they automatically go in. And then we're gonna start by scaling these down. And then that was a bit too much, so I'm gonna scale them up on the x-axis. Then I'm gonna do Alt Z for X-ray mode, I think. 3 for face select. Select all these center ones. Go back out of X-ray mode. Scale, and then I'm gonna do this really cool thing where if you press Shift X, it does it on every axis but the X-axis. And that's still way too small on the X-axis, so I'm gonna scale it up on the X-axis. And scale Shift X. I think I'm gonna do it a bit more there. There, I think that looks good. Let me scale that up a bit more there. Yeah, there we go. That's nice. So here's our handle. Yeah, so next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do this really cool trick to make the hilts. Extrude it out a bit, and then one to go into vertex select. Then all I have to do is press merge. M, click M for merge. Then if you press that center, it just merges them all into one. So I have this really cool hilt to the blade. Next thing I have to do is go back into face select the front face, extrude it out a bit. And this is gonna be where the little things above your hand go that stick out for some reason. I don't really understand those. So next thing I'm gonna do is this really cool thing. You select this one and select this one. So shift click to select them both. Then you can press E to extrude and then S to scale. And it scales them out. And then we can do Y to lock it on the Y axis. And now we've extruded them both out like that. Then I can press GX and move them forward a bit. Scale X to scale them down a bit. So it makes like this thing. And so far it's looking pretty good. Yeah. So now we're gonna do the blade. Quite simple. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna extrude this a bit, like just barely, and then I'm gonna set the dimensions of the blade I want. Kind of, I'm gonna scale it on the z-axis so it's smaller there, and I think that's good. So I'm gonna extrude it. Then I'm gonna actually no, I'm gonna move it back on the x-axis because I think that was a bit too much. Then I'm gonna extrude it again, then scale it on the y-axis to make it like come out, and then I can extrude it again and scale it on the y-axis. Scale it on the y-axis again, this time making it kind of smaller. Okay, and then that was just like the starter blade. Now we're gonna make the main part, extrude it like kind of a lot. It looks kind of weird right now, but then you scale it on the y-axis, do like this. This also looks weird. Sorry. Extrude it again, then go into vertex select one, select these two guys, merge at center. Again, merges and also select these ones, at center. And now you have this, which so far looking pretty good. And we're almost done. So I'm gonna go into face select, select this face, and then I'm going to select this face. I'm going to do I to inset. Oh, okay. First, I undid that. I'm gonna go into object mode, and I will do object set origin to geometry, so it's more centered. Tab back into edit mode, then I'm gonna inset, and that works a lot better. And yeah, that looks good. And then this one, we can just extrude it and move it down slightly. So that looks pretty cool when we turn back into object mode. And if you want, you can also do it on the other side. Or what I'm going to do to do it on the other side, I should have done this earlier, but I'm just going to tab into edit mode, Control R for loop cut, loop cut along the side. And then I'm also going to go in edit mode. Now we have the loop cut. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete the bottom half and mirror it. If you don't want to do this, you don't have to. If you only want this part on the top blade and not the bottom blade, you don't have to do this, but I'm doing this. I'm going to select these two faces, X to delete them. I'm going to select X faces. Then I select one. It's really cool. I just click this one, select that one, press F, and it creates a line in between them. Now if I shift select this one so all three of those are selected, I press F, and now there's a triangle there. I unselect that one by pressing shift select this one, F, and then there's another. And then I just repeat this on the other side. And now the whole blade is split in half, so all I have to do is delete the bottom half, Alt Z to go into the X-ray mode. Or actually, I'm going to select 3 for face select. I could have actually stayed on vertex select, but we're going to do that. Now I selected the bottom half. X, faces, Alt Z, go back in normal mode. Go into the modifiers, add modifier, generate, where is it? Mirror. Starts like that, but we're going to change the axis to Z, deselect X, and there we go. I have an object mode, and I have this sword. Next part, you don't actually have to do this, but I am going to add some materials and then render it in a cool way. And this is completely unnecessary, but if you want to do it, you can. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to press new material, wait for it to load. Select this material store. It's going to be the blade, I think. So I'm going to change it. Just turn this one down and it becomes like a grayish. Then I can turn metallic up. Oh, and let's turn it into this so that it looks like what it's supposed to look like. Good roughness and set that to low. Ooh, look at this. It's pretty cool. But that's just the blade, so let's turn the roughness actually up a bit. Maybe turn the metallic up a bit, and then I'm going to tab into edit mode. Select everything but the blade by Alt Z, and then I'm going to actually I'm gonna use this tool. If you press C, there we go. It uses this thing, this little thing. You can use your mouse wheel to scroll, make it bigger or smaller, and it can be useful for selecting big areas. And then right click to stop selecting like that. And I accidentally selected that, so I'm gonna shift select that. So it's been selected. Oh, I think I need to select this guy. I think that's it. So I'm going to plus material, new material. I'll make the hilt like brown. Shoot, how do you make brown? I'm like genuinely don't know. Ah, here we go. Brown. Let's change the maybe roughness of a bit. And if I assign, and look at that. We got our thing there. We got the blade, the hilt, and all that good stuff. Now I'm gonna add one last cool thing. If you tab into edit mode, I'm gonna select this one, select this face, and select this face. And then I'm gonna add a material. And for this one, I can't actually do it in this mode because there's a weird shader I have to use. So I'm gonna go into shading. If you've never done shading, don't worry, this is gonna be really simple. I'm just gonna delete this. Shift A, and it pulls up this little thing. If you've never done shading, you can just start typing, and it's emission shader, and it's quite simple. All I have to do is put that in the surface. I'm gonna change this color to like a blue-ish, and then if we go into the rendered mode, where it shows you what it would be like, let's change the strength of a bit, and there's the sword. You need a little bit of light to see the rest of the sword. So I'll do that. I'm gonna go back into layout, change this into this mode. I'm gonna add a, excuse me, time into object mode. Add a light. I like an area. I've actually never used this, so I don't really know how to use it. Where's this from? You know, let's undo that. Okay, let's move it up on the z-axis, rotate it on the y-axis 180. You can just type 180 when it does that. And maybe I think we can like change it so that it's pointing that way. There we go. So now we're done. You have this like blade with this cool inside blue thing that glows. You can also make this any other color. And I'm actually select it, make it a bit of a darker blue, I think, because you can't really see the blue here. And now I'm gonna render it just for the fun of it. This is also something you absolutely don't have to do, but I will do it. I'm gonna add a camera and move it along the y-axis, move it along the z-axis, and then I can add a second window here by clicking in the top right left corner and dragging. And now I can press view, viewpoint, and camera. Now this shows me what the camera will see, which is really nice for rendering. So I'll move this back from GC to move it down, and GY I'll move it back on the y-axis, move it forward on the x-axis, and now I can even add that view. Oh yeah, it's gonna look cool. Render image, and it's like it's not that hard, and almost there. There we go. That didn't look very good. I can actually like change the, make it from higher looking, rotate it on the x-axis to make it look better. There we go. That might look better. Yeah, it's kind of simple. I think I like gave it too much light, but there you go. Turn the strength of the light down. Hopefully this works better. Here it's actually making it to the light. Does it? Okay, whatever. So there you have it. Here's your sword. It's done. Kind of look probably simple, right? And if you went this far in the video, please consider subscribing, because as of making this, I'm at 1 subscriber. And that 1 subscriber is me on a different YouTube account. So my goal by the end of this month, 5 subscribers. And for each subscriber I get before the end of, let me see, what month is it? By the end of July, I don't know, I'll do something. I haven't thought of it yet, but you can find out in my next video. So if you want to know what, the next video has not been released yet, but hopefully I will tell you what I will eat or do for each subscriber I get. And that's it, I think. So, farewell.